Hello everyone, good afternoon. This is Manjeet Rawat, your online instructor. So guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel Teach Me Cloud. And as we know that we are working with the Azure AG 104 content based video series. So guys, this is our 16th class, and in this class I'm going to show you the step how you can host or deploy your PHP website with the help of Microsoft Azure portal. So guys, this is our agenda. We will discuss about the theory and practical both. So let's start our practical. But before we start the practical, if you are new on my YouTube channel, if you are watching my video first time, so you can subscribe my channel, because once you subscribe my channel, you will be find a multiple technology based video series on single YouTube channel. So let's start our practical. So first of all, we need to know about which service can help you, which Azure service can help you to host your PHP website. So guys, I'm going to describe you about from scratch, because we have a two different way to host our .NET or PHP website with the help of Microsoft Azure. So guys, if you remember, we know that each and every cloud provider contain three different types of services. As you know that we have a infrastructure as a services, we have a software as a services, we have a platform as a services. So like that, over a Azure portal, we have a two different way to host our PHP website. One with the help of infrastructure as a services, and another with the help of platform as a services. So if we're talking about the meaning of infrastructure as a services, so you can also say that the infrastructure as a service is also called manageable services. Manageable services, you can say that user can manage each and everything by self. And if we're talking about platform as a services, so the meaning of platform as a services, you can also say that unmanageable services, because in case of platform as a service, up to 75% task and services managed by the Azure self. Only 25% task performed by the user. So guys, we'll give you the both information, both step how you can host your .NET or PHP based website with the help of infrastructure and platform as well. So let's try to understand about what we need to do if you want to host your website with the help of IaaS, means infrastructure as a services. So what you need to do if you want to host your .NET website or PHP website with the help of infrastructure as a service, first of all, you need to create a one virtual machine based on the Windows operating system, or you can also say that Linux or Ubuntu, what you want, right? So firstly, we need to purchase a one virtual machine. After purchasing the virtual machine, you need to configure or install IaaS service if you purchase a Windows based operating system. If you purchase a Ubuntu or Red Hat machine, so you need to install Apache service in your VM. So it may be take some more time in compare of platform as a services, because in case of infrastructure, you are responsible to manage each and everything by self. You need to follow the entire step to host your website. So guys, what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to show you the live practical how you can host your website with the help of platform as a services. And in our next video, you can say that second part of this particular video will show you and give you the proper step how you can host your website with the help of infrastructure as a service. So let's try to understand more about the platform as a services. So as we know that platform as a services is a unmanageable services, because in this particular part we need to just manage only 25% task and 75% task performed by the provider. So guys, if we're talking about hosting PHP website with the help of platform as a service, you just need to purchase a one service from Azure Web App. As we know that we have a one option is Azure application. Under the Azure application, you just need to purchase a platform with name of Azure Web Application. So you just need to purchase a Azure Web Application and just upload your on-premises data that you have. I'm talking about the PHP website that you have in your pen drive or local machine. You just need to upload it, right? You need to upload your .NET or PHP or Java or Python based website to your web application, and associate your web application with any domain name and access your website from worldwide. So guys, this is our agenda. So in this case, in this particular video, I'm going to show you the step to host your PHP website with the help of platform as a services, right? And in the next video, in next part, we will discuss about how we can host or deploy website with the help of infrastructure as a service. So let's discuss about it by using our on portal. So before we start the portal, I'm going to show you my on-premises data, on-premises PHP website that we are planning to host with the help of Azure portal. So I have already created a one .NET website, sorry, one PHP website. I need to check it. Just give me 1 minute. It's website data. Let me check. Okay. So this is our folder, and you can also say that this is our .NET website. This is our PHP website. So I'm going to show you. Just open the index.html. So guys, this is our website that created in with the help of PHP, and we are planning to host this particular website with the help of Azure portal. So what you need to do, you just need to open your Azure portal by using any browser. Just open portal.azure.com. Okay, once you open your Azure portal, second step, you just need to, you can directly purchase from Microsoft Marketplace, or you can just click here. This is the web. Just click here, and we have option of app services. Click the app services. You need to purchase one app service because the app service is the best example of platform as a services. Just click create service. Now proceed with one of resource group. So I'm going to proceed with the Azure Architect. Type the name of your application that you want. Azure Test App 1 2. You should be use a unique name. Okay, Azure Test App 1988. So we have a two different options to publish our data. One is by using code and another is by using the Docker services. So guys, if you're talking about the Docker services, it gives you the platform in the backend. So which types of platform you want to select, you can proceed with Linux, you can proceed with the Windows as well. And if you're talking about the code base, so you need to decide the language. Means you need to decide the language that you use to create your website. So guys, we created our website by using the .NET and PHP. So that's why I'm going to proceed with .NET. No need to proceed with Docker services. If you have a Docker container, if you already created a Docker container, you can proceed with this particular part. If you have a data in your pen drive or hard drive, you need to proceed with the code option. As per your requirement, you can proceed with Linux or Windows operating system. It's fully depend upon you. So I'm going to proceed with Windows operating system. Location is Central US, and this is the plan. Plan about the platform where you can host your website. So guys, this is our plan. You can just click on the change size and pick your configuration according to the budget. We have a three different way to select the budget. One is test and development, second is production environment, and third one is the isolated. So guys, if you want to check only the how Azure app services can perform the task, then you can proceed with development and testing. If you okay with Azure services, you are planning to host your website, so you need to proceed with production environment. And if you are already running your website with the help of GoDaddy.com or another provider, so you want to migrate your website from GoDaddy.com or from another provider to Azure, so that time you need to proceed with isolated, right? So I'm going to proceed with the production environment because we are planning to perform lots of tasks with same practical, because we will also try to add our GoDaddy.com domain with our existing website. So that's why I'm going to proceed with S1, because in case of S1, it gives us a lot of option, like you can configure your customized domain, you can purchase the SSL, auto scaling service is also available. So that's why I'm going to proceed with S1. Just click apply, click next. If you want to monitor something, so you just need to just select the insights. Otherwise, you just need to create and review. It will take up to 1 or 2 minutes to create your platform. And once our platform is created successfully, we will upload our data with the help of FileZilla. So it will take 2 minute time. So meanwhile, I'm going to set our environment. We need to check our data. Where is our data? So we need to search it. This is website data 2. I'm just going to open it and copy the entire file which is available here. I'm going to create a one folder with name of okay, website. Fine. Done. So I'm just going to copy the entire data and put on the desktop. And once our app service is created successfully, we will upload the entire folder, entire files and folder to our Azure application services. Now your deployment is completed, means we are ready to use. So this is our Azure Test app 1988 that we created with. So I'm going to check it. Just copy the URL. This is the default URL. Copy the URL and paste on any browser. Yep, we don't have any data. So what you need to do, you can upload any kind of data over here and access your website from anywhere. So I'm going to show you the procedure how you can upload your data. So guys, for to uploading the data, we need to know about we need to install a one tool. The tool name is FileZilla. I hope you all of you know about the work of FileZilla. So I need to check if it is working or not. Okay, no problem. So you just need to download a one FileZilla tool on your base machine. Download FileZilla for your compatible operating system. Download FileZilla client. Okay, it's a just 13 MB of tool, 13 MB of software. Once it's downloaded successfully, we will install it. Clear. Now we successfully downloaded it. Just click open. Okay, expanding. It will take up to 3 to 4 minutes to install your FileZilla on your base machine. Just click open. Fine. So we successfully open our FileZilla. This is our FileZilla, and by using this particular tool, this particular software, you can upload your on-premises data that you have. So guys, this is our Azure portal. You just need to open your Azure portal one more time and just go to the service that you created, Azure App Services. And in the Azure App Services, you just need to select and create a one FTP credential. So if we're talking about the FTP credential, you just need to click on the deployment center. So guys, when we click on the deployment center, it gives you option to upload your data by using the different method. You have option to upload your data by using Bitbucket, GitHub, local Git, OneDrive, Dropbox, external, and see we have a one more option, FTP. So select FTP, click on dashboard, and if you want to configure your username and password by self, you can do that. So I'm not going to change username, just change the password because we need to provide password detail to your FileZilla for connection. So I'm going to use okay 1 minute. Password must be a 8 character, must be user complex, and with lower and uppercase. So just click save. Okay, I'm going to change the username and our password as well, and click save again. Okay, no problem. Let me check it if it is working or not. Okay, we need to use a unique name. Okay, fine, no problem. So we just need to click deployment center one more time. Select FTP and go to the dashboard. Username, select test Azure site 1988 and use password that you want. So you should be use a unique name for user. Now it's successfully saved. So just need to close it. Open your Azure application one more time. And now it's successfully saved. Our username, our FTP username successfully saved. This is username. Another is FTP host name and password. You know that. So just copy the host name, open your FileZilla, paste on the host location. Just click paste. Second, you need to copy the username. This is FTP deployment username. Paste into the panel of username and password that you configured. As we know that user we be talking about FTP is 21, right? Port number, logical port number for FTP is 21. Type the port number and click quick connect. If everything is okay, definitely you will be connect with your local machine. Fine, we successfully connected. This is our local machine and another is root remote site. So under the remote site, this is our folder. You just need to right click and delete the existing directory. Because we are planning to upload our own data, so you just need to delete your existing and demo file that provided by the Microsoft Azure, because we are planning to apply and host our own website. So this is username, open desktop, and over our desktop we created a one folder with name of website, right? So I'm going to check the website folder. So after connecting our FileZilla server with us, with our application, Azure Application Services, Azure Web App Services, you need to decide the location. So guys, our data is available in our website folder. So just copy the entire, just select all the entire files and folder which is available in your on-premises folder and just drag and drop, right? As we know that this is our local site in the sense it's talking about our on-premises, and this is our remote site. So meaning of remote site means you can say that this is the Azure platform, Azure web application platform. Just copy and paste here. You can also just use the drag and drop. It will take time according to the data that you have in your PHP website. So maybe it will take up to 3 to 4 minutes to copy the entire files and folder. So once entire data will successfully move to our remote site, you just need to open your Azure portal again. Just copy your URL. This is the URL that you have. Copy and paste here, and it will try to open. See, we are getting our data. Once our entire data will successfully move to remote site, you just need to open your Azure portal and copy the URL that you have, default URL, and just paste. Now we are getting the same website that you have on your on premises. So guys, this is the way, this is the step that you need to use to host your .NET, PHP, Java, or Python based website with the help of Azure Application Services. So guys, I hope you understand about the concept and step how you can deploy your website. And in the next video we will discuss about how we can add our custom domain, right? So uh, so this is our practical. Please let me know if you have any question or doubt. We'll definitely try to solve your question. Take care and bye bye. We'll meet soon with another video.